everyone, Cherry here. It's Valentine's Day! Happy Valentine's Day. If you're watching this video and it's not Valentine's Day, it will be Valentine's Day at some point again. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about a experience that I had in middle school that involved an anonymous Valentine. And it was really awkward, and I learned a lot from that lesson. So, and the purpose of this video is for you to be entertained by a funny and cringy story, and also take away a valuable thing that I learned. And really quick before I get into the story time, if you really love Valentine's Day, check out my idol cover channel. I released a song cover in the style of a music video to a Valentine's Day song, and I think it's really cute, so please watch it. There was a friend that I was pretty close with. He was a boy, and he was a pretty cool person. He was definitely the type of person I hung out with. He was someone that, like, kind of introverted, not super outgoing, not super popular, but, like, really smart. I think liked animated video games, like that kind of stuff. Also really liked reading books, and was just, like, kind of a funny person. And so we became pretty good friends at this point, and we were always just, like, you know, just talking and just had a really good connection. And then I started to find out that he liked me. Like, he had a crush on me. Like, he liked me. And that was when I became very offended in a way. And I'll explain more about that later. So Valentine's Day rolls around, and there's this thing at my middle school, and pretty much any school and any thing where you can get someone a Valentine's Day candygram. What that is basically you can buy like a chocolate rose on a stick, so like a chocolate rose lollipop, and you can pay for it, have the person's name on it, have the class that you want it to be delivered to, and then you could have it delivered to the person in their class. And I always did it with my friends, like my close friends. I'd buy one for them, they'd buy one for me, you know, girl stuff. At this time, I had received, for the first time ever, an anonymous candygram. The thing that would normally make someone like myself very excited and curious. But the reality was that I knew this was from my friend that liked me, because my friend who sat next to him in a class told me that he told her. He told her that he liked me, and he was going to get me an anonymous Valentine's Day gram. So my friend spoiled it and told me everything. So when I got this anonymous Valentine's Day gram, I was like, oh god, it's from him. And I was offended, uncomfortable, and kind of angry. Time rolls around during that day when he is in the same class as me, and he asked me, so, did you get an anonymous candygram? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, do you wonder who it might be from? Like, in that same, like, do you wonder who it might be from? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I just kind of dismissed it, wanted to move on to the next subject. I don't know if he could sense that I was really not into that whole thing, or if I knew, or whatever, but since then, things are kind of awkward. I don't think I really talked to him or was super friendly with him. I just kind of didn't like that happened, and I was just offended. Like, I feel like the only way to describe my feelings was that I was offended for some reason. So then middle school ends, and we go to completely different high schools, and I have not seen this person since middle school. The only thing is that I think I came across their Facebook, and I think I remember a post of them saying they came out of the closets. So it's a very simple story, yes. But here is what I learned. I feel like this is a thing that happens with young people. Maybe this happens with older people as well, whatever. But like, if someone confesses to you and takes the time to give you this thing as a way to let you know how they feel, appreciate that. Even if you don't feel the same way about them, really appreciate that, because they took time, effort, and like mental thinking to put this together for you, okay? It was a very simple gesture. It was an anonymous gesture, but it was still something that someone put effort to, and I was not appreciative at it at the time. I was very ungrateful and just weird about it. I know I was like 12 or 13 or whatever, so I didn't really know how to handle my emotions, but I don't care. That's no excuse. I should not have acted that way. If someone like confesses to you, you have to appreciate that. And don't feel disgusted or weirded out because someone likes you. That's amazing! And I really feel like I'm kind of cursed because I had a lot of these instances in like middle school and high school. Well, not a lot, but like quite a few instances where someone would tell me they liked me. I was not into them at all, and I felt grossed out, angry, and offended that they would like me. Meanwhile, I was obsessively crushing over people that did not give me the time of day, and I didn't even talk to them. What was wrong with me? The second thing that you can take away from this story time is to not tell the best friend of the person that you have a crush on that you're going to do something. Like, don't do that unless that's part of your plan, like you're hoping that the best friend will tell your crush that because it might help make things easier, but just don't do it. I don't know, like I feel like that's a pretty common sense thing, but don't, because they're going to tell the crush, okay? It's gonna ruin the surprise, and it kind of makes things more awkward. Like, if my secret Valentine, who was really my friend, if I didn't know that and it got an anonymous Valentine, I don't know, maybe I would have reacted differently. I definitely think that, like I said, if you receive a Valentine from someone and you're not into them, at least appreciate it. I don't think you should date someone just to be nice, because not only are you lying to yourself, but you're lying to the other person. You know, keep it genuine, but at least appreciate, because confessing to someone and putting in effort is really hard, and rejection is scary, and people don't like it. But the fact that someone took that risk to let you know how they feel about you means something. That's courage, that's bravery, that is strength. And if you are in the shoes of a person who gave a Valentine to someone and the feelings were not reciprocated, I feel you. I've been on both sides of the spectrum. It's whatever. It's horrible. It's not fun. It's gonna make you question yourself and think that there's something wrong with you. It's gonna think that you were cursed from your behavior from the past, and it's going to make you feel like there is no hope. But if I'm trucking along, you should keep trucking along too. I hope you have a happy Valentine's Day. Whether you are the giver or the receiver of a Valentine, whether you are accepting or rejecting a Valentine, please be appreciative of everyone. If you are getting rejected, appreciate the fact that a person took the time to respond to you, because they could have simply said nothing. Let me know in the comment section below if you have acted the way that I have in the past. I'm seriously so embarrassed by that, but I just want to let people know what I learned from it. Also, let me know in the comment section below if you have been rejected as well from a Valentine, because listen, I've been there too, so I can relate to that. And also, let me know if you've ever confessed to somebody and they actually felt the same way. That is magical. That also has happened to me, and it still ended up in heartbreak. So I really hope that doesn't happen to you. That was my talk this year on Valentine's Day. Check out my previous Valentine's Day videos. I have one where I talk about a high school crush. It's a similar situation, but it's reversed, involving me. And I also, a couple years ago, ranted about Valentine's Day and why I actually don't really like it. And I think those points are still pretty valid, so check those out as well. And as always, thanks for watching, and you'll see me in the next video of mine you decide to click on. Bye!